嵐よ風トンネル抜けてどへ深い小道に迷い込む心に溶け込む影照らす黄金のスピリッツそれは守り抜く光 Let the voice of love take you higher 集まる力で時さえ超えて 1999 Beats of Summer 巡る勇気で生きる街 Break down, break down, break down, break down, break down, break down, Song of praises 響かせ Brand new after すれ違う景色雲の切れ間に差す光がほら降り注ぐ古の小道へ誘い込むきらめき導く街たぎる黄金のスピリッツそれは果てしない絆 Let the joy of love give you answer 別れの時さえ砕ける石で 1999 Beats of Summer 自分の利己へ掴み取れ未来 Break down, break down, break down, break down. Let the voice of love take you higher. 集まる力で時さえ超えて Let the joy of love give you answer 別れの時さえ砕ける石で 1999 Beats of Summer 交わす勇気が踏む参加 Break down, 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 break down.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Comics Gate Art stream. My name is Brian, and today I'm going to be working on Englewood, so I might come in and make some comments about other shit, but for the most part I'm going to be relatively silent while I draw the comic. So but there is something I do want to talk about, but I'm gonna wait until about 12:30, and then we'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll go back to doing the book. So just hang out. Remember that this Thursday is a patron. Not patron. I don't have patrons. This Thursday is the request stream. So if there's any art that you want, you know, if you want something that made or whatever, then that's the day to do it. You send me money through the Streamlabs link, which is basically PayPal. That's in the low bar, and I will work on it for a length of time equal to essentially sort of corresponding with how much you give. And for those of you who, you know, are wondering how fair that is, I think I actually kind of bone myself every time I do it, because I end up liking what I make, and then I want to go further, and I put in more work than I probably should. for the money that I get. So just bear that in mind. It's probably worth more. What you're gonna get is probably more value than what you give. So at least I think so. Anyway, that's Thursday, so I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing. Enjoy the music from DJ Cutman, which is a stream called Radio Cutman, and it's basically chill beats and video game music and chiptune stuff and trip hop, and it's a mix. So, all right.
It's Radio Cutman.
All right, it's 12:30. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee, and then I want to talk for a little bit, and then I'll continue and try to finish the more refined pencils for the rest of this panel, at least, before I start sketching out the next one. I really like doing the action stuff. It's the thing that I want to get better at, but it's also the thing that I enjoy the most. As weird as that is, so and I have fun with that. I mean, I love fighting games and shit, and so I take inspiration from that. Anyway, I'll be right back. So I'm gonna play this up a little bit while I get a cup of coffee. And no, I didn't see the comment. I had plans to draw spit coming out of the mouth already. So okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so Neela says, what is this music, Lavender Town? The song, according to this, is called BKNAPP. That's the title. I don't know what that means. All right, so first of all, I guess I want to know, what do you guys think of this so far? Do you think... I don't know, does this look like a comic? I know that nothing's happened yet, so basically the scene is that, they're all hanging out inside of a sports radio studio, and they're discussing the fight career of the main character, and that's why there are shots of him getting into fights and stuff. Like doing the fight scene. This is one shot of a fight that he lost. I won't go into the details. You have to wait until like we have it all sort of ready to go. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely like gonna be some more to do, like some editing and adjusting and stuff. I have to adjust things like panel sizes. I have to move the characters around to kind of like fit in the dialogue boxes, the word balloons. So thank you guys for the likes. Okay, so I wanted to ask what your thoughts were on this. So Badger live streams is just not getting a lot of subs. We're still like sitting at about 7,000 subs. I know it's the channel where we do live streams, and I know that live streams don't tend to do as well as pre-recorded videos do. But I'm trying to figure out how to do it better. And I want to, because there are live streams that do really well. I mean, for obvious reasons, I guess. Like Jesse Lee Peterson's live stream does really well. Dave Rubin's live streams do really well, but he gets really great guests. And I just don't have that kind of pull. I don't have a studio. I'm doing this literally out of this shitty apartment in the hood. And, you know, I just have limitations. But I'm trying to figure out ways to make the show better. Let me ask this. For the shows that I run, the Fireside Chat, the Weekend Men's Rights, the Doge and Aiden, the News Show, and the Nerdcast, do you think that those shows are overly disorganized, chaotic, and difficult to follow? Do you guys think that they're unprofessional? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm wondering about. That they're long and disorganized, and because I do try to keep them. I shoot for an hour and a half at the most. So looks fine, but maybe head should be bigger and maybe try to exaggerate mimics of both characters. Exaggerate mimics? Could have someone play a game in the background while you guys talk. It's the algorithm, my guy. The only way to get more traffic is to get other people to shill. My opinion is that it's poor dynamic and too spontaneous, i.e. unorganized. So, you think that, are you saying that about, what do you mean by a poor dynamic, first of all? And, I just need more specifics. Like, what can I change? You know, are there too many people on the panel when I do the news show? Do we? I know that on other, like when I did for example, when I do Rant Zerkers with Karen and Allison, or when we did the fundraiser, there's like Karen often goes on tangents, but I'm not talking about when Karen is on. I'm talking about like just the shows that I'm doing. So Ken says I like chaos. Yeah, I mean, there are people who like it, but I guess I'd like to do better. I mean, fucking, well, maybe they don't, they do actually, they did when they were doing it. Like, they got a lot of people watching. Herding cats can be fun. It's not fun for me. I'm not a fan. I'd rather actually stay on target, focus, and talk about the topic and then move on to the next topic. I just want to like not like get it over with, but you know, stay focused on the topic, that because I take a lot of time to like find news stories, and then we get write-ups done so that we can like talk about them in brief, and then we discuss them, and I try to put like introduce a possibility of putting like a kind of red pill perspective on the story. I don't usually open up with that. I just open it up to the floor so people can. You could shill the streams in the regular channel. Yeah. I think there's a couple of things I've looked. It's a bit unstructured, and that's not going to appeal to a lot of people given the subject matter. Yeah, I guess the only way to be more structured is either to reduce the number of people on the panel. So if it's just me and like one other person or two other people and that's it, and for the most part they just kind of like, you know, I lead and they follow, that might keep it more focused. Outside of that, you'd have to do pre-recorded content, which I don't mind doing. It's probably mostly the subject matter. Oh yeah, definitely talking about men's issues is not a popular position. That's true. It's common to go a lot on the tangents in the live streams, and it makes it longer than it should be. Yeah. That's why I don't mind. I don't know. I guess it just, for me, it just takes some discipline to just be like, okay, I've talked about this subject enough. Now it's time to move on. Right? Or I've driven the point home, which sometimes I'm guilty of, like, you know, repeating myself because I want to make sure people understand the point I'm trying to make. But even then, like, I get pretty self-conscious when I feel like I've been talking for too long, and so I like try to, you know, give up the floor You can keep the number of people on the channel just moderate more and ask them to focus on the stories. Karen and Hannah's menstruational problems. See, I don't run those shows. I'm talking about just the ones I run. I don't know what excuse me. I don't know what happens on HBR Talk. I know that those HBR Talks can be like 2-3 hours long because I've seen it. And I'll be on the out because I don't watch them because that's my day off. But I'll be looking to see how long it turned out. And I'll be like, holy shit, you know, they must have been talking about other shit for a while. And it's just not what I want. Like, I want, for the shows that I do, if I have a long show, I want it to be worth it. In that, like, for example, Jesse Lee Peterson, and then I'm gonna quit in about I'll quit talking in about 3 minutes. I'm gonna go back to drawing. Jesse Lee Peterson has a 3-hour morning show. I don't watch it a lot, but I mean, occasionally I'll just check and see what he's talking about. And he'll take calls throughout the 3-hour period. So it's him talking about news items with his crew, but it's him focused, like the camera's on him the whole time. So you have one person, that's the focus. And they talk about stuff and people call in. Now, the problem is that what we talk about doesn't have as much appeal as a religious conservative guy like Peterson, right? Jesse Lee Peterson, I'm talking about. That's amazing. So I look at it on the other hand, I look at Turd Flinging Monkey, whose streams go for almost 4 hours, like they're like 3 hours and change. And he also has a high, I don't know how many subs he's got because it doesn't show on his page, but he has a pretty high retention. He takes calls, he answers questions, and his crew is very small, but he also doesn't show who he is. And he's a MGTOW guy, right? Or at the very least, his content is pretty MGTOW friendly. And he seems to be doing well. So like, I'm trying to see like what is the best way forward, and I think it's, well, let me see what you guys are saying, and then I gotta get back to work. You keep the number of people in the mouthy broads gonna mouth off if you don't rein them in. I love y'all, don't get me wrong though. You and the rest, not only Karen but Hannah, go cray on tangents. You were at the stream yesterday, were you, about the potty excess debate about what Karen had to clean? Yeah, I know, but I don't, when I'm on those shows, I'm just there to read the bits and you know, like play the parts of the video, and maybe I'll add a comment, but those are just like, that's Allison's baby, that's the way she does things, and so I guess, you know, that's the way they do things. But I know I was there. Yes, that's why I'm asking this question, that's why we're having this conversation. With multiple people, lay out the outline to help them guide how they add to the conversation, then let them talk to those points. I personally like the chaos. The trick is to keep on topic. Turfly Monkey hides his sub count to avoid getting targeted for being too big. I don't know how big he is, but I'm sure he's bigger than us. So, all right. Well, anyway, just something to think about. So my fireside chat today canceled on me, and I'm gonna have to meet with her in about 2 weeks. So what I'm gonna try to do today, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. What I'm gonna try to do today is a call-in show where people can just call in and just talk about whatever they want. I don't know how well that's gonna do, but that's kind of like my goal. So I need a moderator. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. Thanks guys for listening. Let me know, in my unbiased, purely objective opinion, you should have Teal Deer on as a guest more often. You know what, you can come on whenever. Let me think. Well, Teal Deer, if you want to be on the call-in show, I'll try and do a call-in show today if you want to come on. And yeah, that might, I mean, we could do that if you want to take calls from guests. I bet they'd be interested in that. Okay, but if you're interested, let me know, and I'll have to message you on Discord. So I guess it's to keep some minor jokes here and there to keep the attention. I guess that's it. It's hard to keep attention in. It's hard to put my finger on it. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to get back to work. Again, feel free to let me know what you think about what we talked about. Add more to the conversation in the chat. What can HBR do? Is it just, are we just algorithmed? Or is it not as simple as that? I mean, if there's stuff that we need to improve, I'm willing to listen to that and see what I can do that's in my control. All right, but I'm gonna get back to work now. check the script again for some detail that I forgot about.
Cut man. There you go.
Yeah. The laser sound is pretty nice.
think that's Final Fantasy VI. Okay, but I gotta wrap it up because it's 104 and I got other shit I gotta do. But well, I better save and quit and try to figure out what I'm gonna do later on today. Try to set up a call-in show of some kind or something. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything though. I might not be able to do a show at all. Yep, Shadow's theme from Final Fantasy VI. That's correct. But anyway, thanks for, you know, engaging me in this conversation and humoring me while I think about, you know, how to make the show better. I understand that I'm not as charismatic as other YouTubers. I accept that, although I think that there are a lot of people who fake it till they make it anyway, and I think it really comes down to the content. You know, even Steven Crowder goes a lot on his shows, and he's got what, close to, I think he's coming up on 4 million subs. There are definitely, I'm not making excuses. There are definitely areas in which we can improve, and I agree with all the points that you guys have made in those areas. But I also think that in a lot of ways we're never going to be that big because the things that we're talking about are things that the average YouTuber, even an anti-feminist one, they're just not going to be on board with. They're just not going to be able to think about. The average YouTuber, they're just not going to get it. So, but I guess I want to like do what I can. So I look at what draw more tits, you'll get a bigger audience. Well, maybe I will then. I will be working on this, which is the Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb on Friday. That's kind of where I am right now. I did some inking and some refining. I better put a background so you guys don't think she's just floating. So there's my Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb picture for the fan art contest in progress. I think it's going to turn out all right. Let me save where I'm at. And I got my Englewood, and I got my Bombshell, and I got my shows. So got a lot on my plate. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll figure something out. But thanks guys for the feedback. And if anything, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. So please hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You know, let people know I'm doing it. I know that Micah Curtis has been appearing on streams, and he's been plugging Englewood, and he's also mentioned me. And you know, hopefully I'll get more people visiting the channel and checking out what I'm doing. When you get Bombshell on the way, have that be a feature on Badger live streams and bring on just some guy to maybe critique. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I've had him on before. I'm going to meet him at ICMI. I'm hoping that Bombshells will be ready for Indiegogo stuff by that time. It should be. I'm pretty close to done with that. I'm pretty close. It's just that I've been putting work into Englewood because I want to catch up with Englewood so that I have them both at like a similar level. So I have to do the cover art for Englewood too. So once I'm done with like about 5 or 6 pages of Englewood here, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the cover for the book. That way Micah has something to show off. The cover has to be strong. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you guys for coming on again. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And I'll talk to you guys later in the afternoon. Everybody have a good one.